Hello students, today we are going to start your chapter 11, some difficult lessons to learn. Mike, why are you always busy on the laptop? Are you chatting with strangers? No, I was doing some research for my project. Why do you ask? My friend Trisha talked to strangers online. Things went horribly wrong for her. Let me tell you in detail. Why, what happened? Let me tell you in detail. Trisha was always busy on her laptop. She chatted online with her friends and sometimes even with strangers. Her parents warned her about cyber safety many times, but she chose to ignore those warnings. It's not as if I'm meeting anyone, she would argue. What harm can talking over the internet do? One day, while Trisha was busy on her laptop, her mother called her. She needed help with the household chores. Household chores means household work. When she got no reply, Trisha's mom finally went upstairs to the bedroom. As soon as she opened the door, Trisha, with a startled look on her face, hurriedly turned off her laptop. What were you doing? I have been calling you for past 15 minutes. Now Trisha was busy on the laptop. She was having a chat with online friend. In spite of her father's instruction, her parents' instruction, she used to talk to the strangers. Now today, Trisha's mother was asking her help in the household chore, but she was busy with her laptop and online friend. After 15 minutes, when Trisha's mom got no answer from Trisha, she reached Trisha's room. Trisha's mom said, trying to gauge Trisha's expression. Trisha had a guilty look on her face, as if she was trying to hide something. Her mom knew that if she asked her directly what she had been doing on her laptop, she would never tell her. Come and help me fold the laundry, she said, making a mental note to check Trisha's browsing history after she had gone to bed. Trisha heaved a sigh of relief. Now, her mom asked her to help in the household chore. Trisha was slightly relaxed that her mom has not noticed anything what she was doing on the laptop. Phew. That was my mom. Trisha typed the words quickly. The person to whom she was chatting online gave an immediate reply. So did you tell her about me? Trisha's finger flew across the keyboard as she typed her reply. If I told her that I was talking to a girl that I met on the internet, she would freak out. Don't talk to strangers. Don't tell them anything. That's mom's motto. She's so old-fashioned. A few moments later, she read the reply. Yeah, all parents are the same. It's good that you didn't tell her. That means Trisha was start hiding all the secrets of her laptop friend, online friend from her parents. Trisha chatted with Ginny, the girl she had met through social networking site, for a little while longer. Then she ran downstairs to fold the laundry before her swimming class at the sports club close to her house. Trisha's mom came to pick her up from the club. Mom, can you drive faster? I need to get home quickly, Trisha said. Why, Trisha? What's the hurry? Her mother asked suspiciously. She was in a hurry to go home and chat with her friend. Her mother continued driving and didn't persist with the conversation. When they got home, Trisha ran upstairs to her room. She closed the door and opened her laptop. Soon she was online chatting with Ginny again. She loved talking to Ginny. She told her everything about herself, when she did, where she went, and all about her family. Trisha was closer to her dad. When talking to him one day, she told him about Ginny. Dad, Ginny is amazing. She knows everything. She has become my best friend. Really, that's great. So, where does she live? Dad asked. I don't know. I didn't ask, Trisha replied. But you told her where you live, didn't you? Dad asked without changing his expression. Yeah, well, she asked, so I told her. I'll ask her tomorrow where she lives, Trisha said defensively. Cool. So, do you know what school she goes to? Was her dad's next question. No, didn't ask that either. Trisha replied, unperturbed and unaware of where the discussion was going. So Ginny knows everything about you, but you know nothing about her. Is this right? Dad asked, getting up from her chair. It's just because I have never asked. I'm sure she would tell me if I asked, Trisha said. Yes, I'm sure too, her father said as he left the room. Trisha's mom was confused at her husband's reaction. Does he not realize how serious this is? He could have at least scolded Trisha and let her know the danger of what she's doing, she thought. The next day, Trisha bombarded Ginny with questions. A short while later, she received a reply. Trisha, I have sent you my details in an attachment. You can open it and read everything. Hope you will enjoy it. Ginny signed off. As soon as Trisha clicked on the attachment, her laptop crashed. She could not see anything. She was petrified, unable to move anything, or she was completely frightened. This was her father's gift to her. She knew mom would be furious with her. In the evening, when her dad came back from work, Trisha told him everything. Her father did not say much. He just took the laptop and said he would have to get it repaired. The next day, when Trisha got home from school, saw an envelope at the doorstep. It was addressed to her. She opened the envelope and stared in horror at the contents. She quickly closed the envelopes again. She felt sick. The envelope contained photographs of Trisha, but each one had been edited in a horrible way. In one of the photographs, Trisha's nose had been elongated such that it looked like a Pinocchio's nose. In another, one of her eyebrows was missing. Every single photograph has been edited. Trisha was scared. Who did this? She thought, these are my photographs. I did not give them to anyone. How is this possible? Her mind was racing. She went to her father and started crying. She showed him the envelope. Now she was terrified to know what this was happening to her. Trisha, your ID was hacked and someone stole your photographs from your laptop. The guy who repaired your laptop told me that. The attachment that Ginny sent you had a virus, her dad explained. You mean Ginny did this? But she's my friend, Trisha said, crying. You don't know Ginny, her father said. You know nothing about her. A lot of people use fake IDs to talk to young children like you and then deceive them. You are lucky that this is the only thing that happened, her dad said in the serious tone, putting his hand on the shoulder to comfort her. I promise, Dad, I'll never talk to strangers online again. I should have listened to you, what Mom told me, Trisha said, wiping her tears with the sleeves of her jumper. Don't worry, Trisha, we'll handle this. But in future, you have to be very careful when using internet, her dad said. When Trisha went to her room, her mom sat down. How will we find out who this Ginny actually is? What if she has more photographs of our daughter? God knows if she is even a girl. Don't worry, her husband replied. There is no Ginny. I was chatting online with Trisha using the username Ginny. I had to do this to teach Trisha a lesson. It was very important to prove to her that internet is like a mask and you never know who you are actually talking to. He looked at his wife. I know it might not be the perfect way, but I thought it was better I educate my daughter before someone could actually deceive her. It was a hard lesson for her. Trisha's mom agreed, but one I think that was very necessary. Now, this was the chapter for a that was a chapter as a lesson for Trisha. त्रिशा के फादर ने उसे इंटरनेट के गलत उपयोग का एक एग्जाम्पल शो करने के लिए ये सब कुछ किया. एक्चुअली जिनी जो उसकी फ्रेंड थी, जिससे वो सब कुछ सीक्रेट्स शेयर करती थी, सारी सीक्रेट्स शेयर करती थी, बट शी वॉज नॉट नोइंग एनीथिंग अबाउट जिनी. Now, Trisha's father agreed that he was talking to Trisha, addressing himself as Ginny, and he wanted, the motive behind this was just only to teach Trisha a lesson that online talking to strangers is very risky and can be deceived. So, we should be careful while talking to strangers online. Thank you, class.